Exactly what is happily ever after? Maybe it's just a perfect ending for Cinderella.
If you don't know who you are, everyone will tell you who you're meant to be.
Or the beginning of our Sleeping Beauty stories.
Welcome back. Well, we got a nice little collection or series, if you would, out of South Africa. We're going to be talking about Happiness Ever After from Netflix. Came out in 2021. And to my surprise, this is like a collection or a series. So I said, let me make it a series here. This is the Critic Collective. I'm the Dad Panther, writer, streamer, content creator, master of none. And this movie that we're going to go ahead and talk about, we're going to get into my first impressions, the highs and lows, and we're going to rate it from 0 to 5. But before doing that, I just want to say, check us out. 3 minutes, that's all we're asking. And then let us know in the comments, hey, what are you watching? What should we be watching? Now, with that being said, the road to 1 million continues. Hit the subscribe button, follow, and like for more. Now, Happiness Ever After. Now, at the time of watching this, my first impressions, I didn't know that this was a movie that I saw a while ago. I have a review for that one. I think it's called Happiness is a 4-letter word, something like that. So you can check the review once that drops. But I didn't know they were together until I'm a guy. And the Happiness right there just could have hit me over the head. I just paid no attention to it. And then it was the same thing. It was 3 women, which I believe is the same 3 women on the cover. I just didn't pay attention. I just looked at it and I was like, and clicked it. It wasn't until like literally the first like 30, 40 seconds and, give or take when the B-roll dropped. I'm like, wait a minute, looks familiar. I look back. I'm like, oh. And then put my phone down and focus on the ladies. Going into my lows for this was still predictability on some of the plot lines and the characters that were driven in this. I thought honestly, that was really it. I mean, I didn't expect for it to be trashy drama ramped up, so I'm not going to take anything away from that. I'm here for a story. Now, the stuff that I did enjoy about it was the B-roll, the production, the music. Like some of the lyrics in between the cutscenes were designed to tell a story, and I enjoy that when it starts and it says something like, brown skin, beautiful, strong woman. And that's what you're hearing in the intro. And I'm like, I could appreciate that. The fashion, the makeup, and the production, everything got better from the last time I saw them in 2016, I believe. Everything got better. The sets for each room and the homes, it was just like, it wasn't shot on a studio. It just felt like they took some time and went someplace, which allowed you to be more immersed into what they were doing. Now, IMDB says this was 5 years later from where we left off from the characters. Again, tackling sisterhood and friendship, this time with an inclusive of a new romantic arc. Now, I'm enjoying the fact like I know the characters now. I know some of their tendencies because of the last movie, and they continue that with this one. They clean some stuff up, change some stuff, but it all in all, you're building on something. I thought the 3 beautiful women that were in the lead, and there were some other women that were in this lead or the supporting cast, all did a great job. It was really, sometimes you watch movies and there's no chemistry. They're just reading lines. And I felt like there was chemistry, even in the moments where people were being upset. Like you really couldn't look at someone necessarily as a villain, but just, there's good and there's bad. There's people who are annoying, people who piss you off, whatever. And even though those characters interacted, whether at work, whether in love, it was smooth. The love making scenes they put in here, I enjoyed them. I thought they were tasteful. It wasn't full on Cinemax where you're sitting there trying to squint to see what's going on and press pause because someone's coming in. I thought it was tasteful, and I thought at the same time it gets you in the mood if that's what you're trying to do. Now with this one, I found out early on after watching it, or by the time I got to the end of it, that there was a third one for this. So I had more to go. So we're going to go ahead and review that one as well. And that one's called Happiness Is, and that came out in 2024. So look out for that. Now it's time to go ahead and rate this. We rate it once again from 0 to 5, but we keep in mind that if they're indie films, short films from a different country where we might not understand the culture and stuff like that, that we do keep in mind when we do our ratings. So for this one, I'm going to rate this one a 3. The last one I rated was a 2, and it was really because it was so predictable in my opinion. And there were some things that were just kind of missing on the secondary characters. Like, it's great to have chemistry and your main characters doing their thing, but if the other characters it doesn't feel like they're in sync, it does bring down the cast, it does bring down the story. This one was an upgrade for both. It got better. Was it still predictable at times? Yes. But it was better. It was much better. Matter of fact, much better to the point that okay, I will. Let me see. Let me try to think of something here. Let me see something here. I'm looking. We're looking live. I might change it. I might change it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna change it. Okay, so Happiness Ever After. I think I said it was a 3, which would be average. I would put it as a 4. I'll put it as a 4. Now I'll tell you why when we go watch the review. I want you to come with me. Watch the review for Happiness Is. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. Until next time, Kalika.